Seeing clearly, understanding duality, and awakening the third eye. Have you ever wondered why we often navigate life through a lens of opposites, success versus failure, good versus bad, right versus wrong? Why do we find ourselves attached to certain outcomes, often at the cost of clarity and peace? In today's exploration, we'll uncover the concept of duality, how our brain processes reinforce this way of thinking, and the transformative power of the third eye to transcend these limitations. Duality refers to how we perceive the world through a framework of opposites. It's the mental habit of dividing life into binary categories like light versus dark, logical versus emotional, or success versus failure. This is a natural process. After all, opposites help us comprehend the world better by simplifying complexities. But there is a pitfall. When we fixate on one side of the spectrum, for example, chasing only success or happiness, we often miss the bigger picture. Attachments to these outcomes create suffering when things don't go according to plan. Furthermore, this duality fuels conflict within ourselves and with others, as we cling to specific desires or expectations. Duality, while ingrained in us, can act like a screen that distorts reality. Imagine looking at life through a pair of glasses, with one side tinted dark and the other bright. What you see will always be incomplete, no matter how hard you try to focus. The key to breaking free from this trap lies in awareness. To understand duality, we must first explore how it is shaped by our brain's natural functions. The way we think in opposites originates in the two hemispheres of our brain, the left and the right. These halves contribute to our cognition in different and complementary ways, creating the intricate mental framework we use to perceive life. The left hemisphere is associated with logical thinking, analysis, and order. It processes information linearly, helping us plan, categorize, and critically analyze situations. This is the part of your mind that wants structure and concrete answers, often focusing on the linear this or that kind of thinking. On the other hand, the right hemisphere excels in intuition, creativity, and emotional awareness. It perceives the world holistically, understanding relationships, patterns, and abstract ideas. It's what allows you to imagine, dream, and feel connected on a larger scale. While these two hemispheres are meant to work together, they can also create tension. The logical left brain might dismiss a gut feeling from the intuitive right brain, and vice versa. This dichotomy results in a dualistic perspective, where we jump between left brain logic and right brain imagination without fully harmonizing the two. Breaking free of duality means balancing these two perspectives, allowing us to access the best of both worlds. This balance is necessary to move beyond simply reacting to life's opposites and into a deeper understanding of the whole picture. A major reason we get trapped in dualistic thinking is our attachments. Attachment isn't just about material possessions, it's also about clinging to specific ideas, emotions, or outcomes. For example, when you're deeply attached to an outcome like achieving success, you may project your fears and desires onto situations. These projections distort your perception of reality, making it difficult to see things clearly. Rather than seeing the situation for what it is, you see it through the lens of your attachment. Attachments are like mental chains. They bind us to expectations, creating frustration and disappointment when reality doesn't match our desires. The root of this lies in our dualistic thinking, which tells us success is good and failure is bad, leaving us emotionally vulnerable to whichever side we find ourselves on. By letting go of attachments, we allow ourselves to see life as it truly is, not as a series of opposites, but as a balanced, interconnected flow. This state of clarity is where the third eye comes into play. The third eye is a spiritual concept often associated with heightened awareness, insight, and clarity. It represents an ability to go beyond ordinary dualistic thinking and perceive reality from a unified perspective. Many traditions equate the third eye with the pineal gland, a small gland in the brain that governs our circadian rhythms and is thought to facilitate higher states of consciousness. Symbolically, the third eye is located at the center of the forehead, between the eyebrows. This inner eye is said to access deeper truths, allowing us to see clearly past biases, projections, and attachments. While our physical eyes show us the world in dualistic terms, the third eye reveals a bigger picture, one where opposites merge into unity. Activating the third eye helps us step into non-dualistic thinking. Non-dualism means we stop seeing life as fragmented and start experiencing it as a cohesive whole. Rather than dividing the world into opposites, we learn to embrace the interconnectedness of all things. The benefits of opening the third eye are profound. It allows us to release attachments, find inner peace, and perceive life with clarity and balance. From this heightened state of awareness, we can begin to consciously create the reality we desire, free from the illusions of duality. Awakening the third eye is a process that requires patience, mindfulness, and practice. Here are some practical steps to help you tap into this deeper awareness. Meditation is one of the most effective ways to activate the third eye. Focus your attention on the point between your eyebrows. Visualize a warm light expanding in this area, bringing clarity and calmness to your mind. Over time, this practice strengthens your connection to your inner eye. Beyond meditation, you can use visualizations to unlock your third eye. Imagine your mind as a serene lake. Visualize any attachments, fears, or biases as ripples on the surface. As you breathe deeply, let those ripples fade away, leaving the water still and clear. This symbolizes moving past duality into clarity. As we discussed earlier, the left and right hemispheres of the brain play unique roles in shaping our thoughts. To activate the third eye, strive to harmonize both perspectives. Try creative activities, journaling, or problem-solving exercises to bring both hemispheres into balance. Letting go of attachments is key to third eye awareness. Begin by observing your thoughts and noticing which outcomes or ideas you're clinging to. Ask yourself, are these attachments serving my growth? Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It's about embracing life as it is, without judgment. When you awaken the third eye, you begin to perceive life differently. You see the bigger picture, not as a series of isolating opposites, but as a unified whole. This newfound clarity empowers you to move through life with greater equanimity and freedom. Non-dualistic awareness doesn't mean you'll never face challenges or emotions. Those things are part of the human experience. What it does mean is that you won't be trapped by them. Instead of reacting impulsively to situations, you'll respond from a place of understanding and balance. This perspective also unlocks the ability to consciously create your reality. When you detach from dualistic perceptions and embrace the interconnectedness of all things, you become more aligned with your true potential. Decisions come from clarity rather than fear or attachment, leading to greater fulfillment. Duality may be the lens through which we naturally view the world, but it isn't the only way to see. By understanding how our brain reinforces dualistic thinking and learning to let go of attachments, we can move beyond this mental framework. The third eye offers us the tools to achieve this clarity, opening the door to non-dualistic awareness and inner peace. It's a practice of balance, mindfulness, and trust in the interconnected nature of all things. So take the steps to awaken your third eye, harmonize your mind, and embrace the beauty of seeing life clearly. The journey may be challenging, but the destination, a life of balanced clarity and conscious creation, is worth it. If you made it this far and are still listening, I would like to congratulate you on beginning to think outside of the box. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, I would ask you to smash that like and subscribe button, so this channel might reach others and help awaken humanity, one soul at a time.